Hello. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, so the good news is that I solved the problem with the rotation, right? At the end was exactly like we discovered the other day, right? Yes, 2 days ago. Yeah. So the point was that if you have like an X like this, right, where the pivot point is here, right? Basically, I put the item inside a new container, which was an actor. So let's say that the green is the mesh, right? The green is the mesh, and the blue is the actor. So the idea was to put the mesh inside the actor, have the mesh moved, down exactly for the distance between the pivot point minus the center of the mesh. So basically this distance, right? So from here, let's say that this is the middle point, right? The middle point to the bottom, moving this down, and then the rotation happens on the actor, right? So if you do it this way, it actually works. It actually works, and that's great. That's really good. Now, hello, Hula. Good evening. Good afternoon. So what I was doing, I was trying to improve a bit this weapon, because actually this weapon is super old and it has a very, 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 very low quality texture. I already improved it a bit back in the days, meaning a few weeks ago, but I think I didn't improve it enough. So the idea would be, can we... I think I tried to increase the resolution. Longsword, huh? I think I tried to increase the resolution, but unfortunately the quality of the... what is that, bro? I don't know why this one was not showing up. I tried to improve the quality, but the problem is that the original texture is kind of bad, right? And mainly the handle. You see the handle? The handle is really ruined. I mean, for sure it's better, like this than this, but I think standard is the best. Even if... no, in this case I would say that low resolution is the best. I think low resolution wins. But why this one is different from... wait a second. Huh? Wait, there is a mistake here. There is a mistake. There is a mistake. Why? And no, that is not a good idea. And no. So I fixed it, but I didn't save it in the proper directory. And no. I fixed it, but I didn't. It is very strange that I did this. But you know, I'm human at the end, and so I do mistake. I make mistake. Wait. Let me redo it, because when you have a file that is exactly the same name, this program goes a bit crazy. How much did he upscale it? 2K? No, I think 1K is enough. It is actually much better, yes. Yeah, I think it's good actually. I mean, this handle is a bit weird, right? Like if it's a bit broken, but maybe we can maybe we can fix it. Maybe I can fix it and change your skin. Okay. Can change my skin, fine. I don't understand this line. What is this line? You don't like to see me, Ulla, so big? Why? I don't know about this line. Should we delete it? I don't understand what this line is. Oops. Also, I don't understand why it's so dark here. I mean, I understand that that's the bottom of the raid, but it doesn't really make any sense to be so dark. I mean, why should be so dark? Huh? Why? Oops. Now, if you do it like that, it's taking the proximity and... Okay, anyway, let's say that is decent enough. Yeah, I think it is much better than before. Okay, let's try to save it this way and see if it looks better. I did some improvements. I did some improvements also to the geometry. So the geometry is slightly better than before. I mean, it's still a bit square, I know. We can improve it more if we want, but okay, let's see how it looks with the new skin. Longsword. Longsword 01A. Fucking identical. No, it looks a bit better, but still I think that these lines are super bad. I mean, is this really the 1K texture? I mean, it doesn't look like it's so crisp. But yeah, I think it is. We can try to redo the normal map. Maybe the normal is also affecting it. But I think we still have an issue with the geometry, which is too basic. I think we have an issue with the geometry, still too basic. Cannot type. I think it's still too basic. I think in particular, you know, this part here is, I tried to improve it already, but I don't know if we need another loop, or is enough to remove the sharp, I don't know. I mean, removing the sharp kind of helps, but I think it still looks pretty bad. I think it still looks pretty bad, if you ask me. Still looks pretty bad. Yeah, when you do the split, and the split is never correct. Like here. He's never splitting it vertically, he's always splitting it like the way he wants, right? Which is a bit funny. Yeah, I can make it a bit more round overall, right? So I can add another loop here, so that it looks more round. Probably this is what it needs. I'm not very happy about the...
About the result at the moment, I don't know. I mean, we can also import a completely different weapon, maybe, because we have a lot of swords. We do. So in theory, it's not really a big deal, right, to import new ones. Ouch. I mean, is it better or... Bah. I still find it extremely brutal. Why we don't have a split here? Why? Should this thing go up or down? Probably up. I mean, we have a lot of vertexes here, but they're not really doing much. That's the problem. They're not really helping. We kind of have geometry, but it seems it is never enough, right? Bah, 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 bah. I mean, I guess it's better, but I still find it a bit too simple. Let me try to redo the normal map and see if that is helping. No, I don't care, but I know you don't. I know you care. Ah, it's for me, huh? It is for me. I see. Yeah, because sometimes I forget. I think default in this case is probably okay.
I really dislike the fact that this program is saving in BMP, and so every time I have to take the BMP again and save it on top of this other file, right? So annoying. Okay, so we re-import. Let me see if it's doing any, is making any difference on the quality. Well, yes and no. Okay, I guess that's it. I cannot, or we change the weapon completely, or that's the maximum I can have, right? Now, this thing has additional textures, right? So there is not just this texture, but there is a B, a C, a B, a C, and we need to see if these ones we can improve as well. Just trying to see which one is the best. This gem. This gem. You see, it doesn't have enough highlights, right? Seems to me it doesn't have enough highlights now. I don't know how much I want to do, but it looks like the highlight part is very, very thin. Ma. I mean, for sure is better. For sure is better. Bah. Okay, it is improved anyway, so I mean, I think we may probably have to just change the sword completely to another one, but I mean, the texture, if I look at the texture like this, right, it's not bad. The quality seems to be okay, but when I then apply it to the weapon, right, I don't know if it's the geometry or is the normals or is the metallic, but it becomes it's probably the metallic that is like blending a bit everything together, right? So without any strong I need to go off a little. Europe awaits me. Yeah, I voted already today. Yeah, there is the European voting sessions, and also we had at the same time the regional elections. So I had to vote as well for the regional today. So I did it already. Okay, so that's kind of good. At least we improved a bit this one. Okay, now one thing that I've seen is that this light is a bit too little. It's a bit too little. I mean, it looks like, I mean, it's leaving everything pretty dark around it. So I think that probably the reason is that we have no skylight. I mean, I could change the skylight when we switch to this camera mode, and then we can switch it back, right, when we are... So that could be a way. I will have to stop the daylight into... let me think about it, huh? Also, I don't know if our sides of 1 meter, but I looked, it looked fine. The other thing I can change is because at the moment we are putting in X and Y rotation. We are putting in local rotation, right? I think I still find it a bit dark. As an overall result, I find it a bit dark. Let's do another test and see. But I think it's a decent compromise, right? To have okay, let me see. Okay, so at the moment, right, if I right click here and I do this, I inspect my weapon, right? And I can rotate it this way, I can rotate it this way. As you can see, I mean, all around is very dark. Hello, who joined? Hello, Sneaker101. Hey, thank you for the follow. And welcome to the stream. I think the problem is that it feels a bit too dark, right? It feels a bit too dark. Skybox light, skybox light. Yeah, you see that with a different light intensity and skylight. I think is mainly the skylight, the indirect light, right, which is making a difference. Yeah, is the skylight. So what I have to do, I think what I have to do, I have to, yeah, I think I have to. What I have to do, I will have to stop. I mean, I can do it. Can you give me a weapon? Can you give me a weapon which is a bit more... yeah, exactly like this one. Yeah, you see how immediately becomes darker? Because it's the skylight. I don't think it's much about the... I don't think it's much about the light intensity. I mean, obviously if I go up in light intensity... Yeah, but doesn't even do much, right? Doesn't even do much, because basically here we have 0 direct light. The only direct light that we have is the one that is coming from the spotlight. But if I increase the skylight intensity, I think 1 is actually a good value. Because, okay, let's exaggerate a second. Let's go like 4, okay? So if we have it like this, I think it's really too much, right? So it's kind of annoying. It's even annoying to see. If I go below this, so I go like 0, 0, 5. So if I go below 1, right? I think it's a bit too dark. So I think 1 is actually the perfect setting. 1 is actually the perfect setting. So what we can do, I don't think it's too hard. The only problem is that this is done every few seconds. So you may get like a spike. Unless we store the skylight the way it was, yeah, maybe we can do that. I think we have to for background when you inspect that. I personally love the subtle radial gradient with black or dark gray on the outer and the gray in the middle for background when you inspect the item. So you like the... You like the fact that there is a bit of dark area around it, right? I see. Yeah, I think I agree. But okay, the original, if I do override off, is like this, right? And I think it's a bit too much. Like you cannot see the item well. The shadow is too strong, right? So I think it's still a bit annoying to rotate this thing, but yeah, I think one is a good setting. 1 is a good setting. I mean, the background when you inspect the item, radial gradient would be good. I mean, in theory, the problem is that there is actually a real-time rendering of a scene, right? So we move the camera, which is this one, to a specific place in the level, and we are rendering these 2 boxes. There are 2 black boxes, a light on top, and the item is actually here, right? So I cannot really have a gradient because, I mean, in theory I could if I illuminate the background, but I mean, I could put a light that is illuminating the actual wall, and the wall may become a kind of a gradient. Actually, I don't even know. I mean, we could like have another light, right? Which is lighting the, but I think that this one is, I think it's take no shadows. This one is basically, I think is immune to shadows for whatever reason and to light. I think it's not taking light. In theory, no, but in practice, I don't know why this one is not. I don't know why this wall doesn't take any light, but I think I did it by purpose. I don't remember how I did it, but I basically disabled. I think I disabled the light. I don't remember exactly how I did it. Probably it's in the material. Probably this black material, right, is... yeah, exactly. It's that black material that is completely resilient to any type of light. Yeah. I mean, we could change the background of this wall to have an actual material, right? But I don't know if we look okay, and also I don't know if we'll make. We can try. We can try anyway. So the item will be here, right? So if we want, we could place another wall or something. Maybe not as big as this. Does this have any? Yeah, it does. But I think it should be dedicated to this. So it should be a separate wall. Way smaller, potentially. Right? With a background. But I think it will look a bit fake. But let's try just for fun 1 second. Let's try. But I think it will look bad. I have the feeling that it will look bad. We call it inspect item wall, something like that. We call it inspect item wall, right? So there's now, I think it has to be fairly large to avoid the camera, looking. But let me see. If we put let me put a wood or something. Okay, let me put a wood like that, right? Let me put a wood like that. Let's keep, I mean, if I don't have this light, I think that there will be no background. Yeah, there will be no light on the... Let me try like this. It's not too bad. I think it's not too bad. I still need to find a way to... Okay, let me try to do the switch in lights, okay? So that the skylight. So to change the skylight, it's not super easy, but I think it's doable. So we basically have to stop the automatic update of the lights for this particular client. I will make it through a texture, make the material unlit and make the texture instead of having a light. Yeah, but then it will be all dark. If you don't put any light, it will become completely dark. Because here we are in a real scenario. I mean, it's not a... Right? So it's basically the same that we do when we do the override on and off, right? So I will have to override... It's like when I click on devs. And I click on override on, right? So that is pretty much what happens. So the override on, let me see what it's doing. Get actor of class BP sky. Get 0 stop weather. Okay. Okay, actually it's fairly easy. Actually it's fairly easy. So in theory I should do inspect. I think we should do it probably before everything, no? Well, say... I think I would do it before changing the camera, right? Before changing the camera, yeah. So we do this, then we stop the weather, and then we go here. And when we exit from inspecting, we do the opposite, right? Now, there may be, unfortunately, few seconds where you still have the wrong light, and that's kind of annoying. But unless we save, we can do it. We could save the light, the current light. We could save the current light map, and yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Because here I think I have the skylight. I think I have the skylight intensity. I think I have the skylight intensity. There are these two fields, right? Skybox light and skylight intensity. I think the skybox light actually makes no difference. I think the only one is the skylight intensity, because this actually is the skybox. So it's basically the clouds and the actual sky, right? The blue sky. That is how much it is lit. While this one is the indirect light. This one is the indirect light. Yeah, I think it's this one. So I think we need just a one on this guy. So it's skylight intensity. Skylight intensity. Skylight intensity. Exactly. So can I get skylight intensity from here? No, because it's not exposed. Probably is not exposed, boys. Skylight intensity. Can I expose it? I cannot. Why? Yeah, but skylight intensity in reality, because this is the text box, right? This is the text box, but then skylight intensity. Skylight intensity. Skylight intensity. Set intensity skylight component. Skylight component. Skylight so is enough if I do skylight has set intensity then? Probably. I think we can save the previous one. I think we can save the previous one so we can restore it immediately. Right? So it's not even visible that something is happening. Temp skylight intensity. Oh, 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 oh. do this, we do this, we do this, we do this. Yeah. And stop, let's say, and override because basically here we are stopping for a second the day and night cycle, right? Which is okay. I mean, we're not changing the time of the game, we're just changing the light, right? So it's fine. So we are doing that, and then we need to actually set it though. Right? No. What happened? And then we need to set it in the skylight object. So we will do set skylight intensity. No, set intensity. Yeah, set intensity. Set intensity. Okay. And we will set it to 1, right? Because we said that we like 1. Okay, so this will do the thing. So we'll stop the weather, we'll save the current intensity into a temporary variable, and we set the intensity to 1. Right? That is what we are doing. Then when we stop inspecting, right? When we stop inspecting, which is here, we need to get back our skylight function, right? Our skylight value, right? And we will restart the weather, and immediately we set the skylight set intensity. No, get skylight set intensity equal to this guy, which is the value that we have saved before the switch, right? Yeah. So basically this is restore that night cycle and set the intensity to what it was. Right? Okay, let's see if this is doing it. And also we see our new background, if we like the background or not. We may like the background, I don't know. Wait a second. Choose file to save. Wait. I have to save all of that, otherwise. Settings actually. Settings actually we don't want to save because we didn't do any change to it. And I don't want to check in a file just for nothing, right? So we will just reload it. But our world, definitely we need to save. Bam, 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 bam. Wow. That's a lot of loading. It will crash, potentially. Do you think it will crash? I don't know what it's doing, really. Okay. Just took forever, but it did it. Fine. I think we found anyway a good compromise for inspecting the item. I think is cool. I still don't like the mouse movement. Like, I don't like too much the mouse movement. When you rotate, you basically can rotate up or down and left or right. And that is rotating the object on 2 axes. Right? the pitch and the jaw, but you don't have the roll, and it is making it look a bit weird. It's not very intuitive, right? When you rotate, it's not very intuitive. You just move your mouse and see where it goes, where the item goes, but it's not very intuitive, like you really know where you are moving it. And I don't know if there is a better way. At the moment we're just adding rotation. So I don't think the background is bad. I think it should just be as big as the camera, right? As big as the camera view, so it should not stop here. But yeah, I think it's not bad. Now it's brighter than what we saw in the editor because we are changing the skylight, right? And this is why it is darker. But I think it's not bad. Do you like it with a background? I think I like it with a background. It just needs to be full screen, right? But apart from that, I think it's pretty good. I don't know if the scale is already texturing the... I mean, if I scale this, will it stretch the texture or what? It will stretch the texture, huh? Or not? Scale 8. Yeah, it's stretching the texture. Ah, fuck, that's very annoying. Well, I can put 2 blocks. I think if I put 2 blocks that are touching each other perfectly, considering that this is exactly tiled, right? It should work, no? But then I need I mean, I need this to be perfectly... So the location, right, should be a multiply of 50. And same for this. Now the Z we don't really care actually. But let's say that we do also the Z as a multiple of 50. So now we go in a 50 grid, right? We go in a 50 grid. And this guy will be perfectly, yeah, exactly. So now we multiply this guy. And keeping the fifth of the... keeping the grid of 50. But this is not 50 long. I think it should be, right? Yeah, it is. No, I think it's okay. So this should be seamless, right? You should not see any... This should be seamless. Yeah, exactly. Now, we don't want to interfere with this guy because this camera is also looking at something and we don't want this camera to actually see that wall. I don't know if it does, but we would like to avoid that. So maybe, you know what we should do? We should just move everything to the right. So we move 1, 2, and 3, right? We move it to the right so that we are sure we are not getting into the problem. Now, was this inside a major box? No, this is not inside a box. That's kind of weird then. It's not inside a box, it's not getting the direct light. Because this one was inside a box. And it's not getting the direct light. So I'm wondering how it's possible that here we don't get the direct light. I think we do actually. kind of strange though. Bah. 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 Kind of mysteries, really. Kind of mysteries. Okay, let's try again. Let's try again. By the way, guys, if you want to click on follow, that would be appreciated. Or subscribe on YouTube. We are trying to increase a bit, you know, the number of people watching. Which is always a challenge, but if you follow, it kind of helps. Just waiting the server to go up. Okay, now it's full. Yeah, I like the background. I think it's very nice. Thank you, Sneaker. I think was a good idea. Okay, the rotation really feels weird, right? So because basically the rotation really feels weird. So if you have the item pretty much vertical, right? And you move left, you see he's rotating on its own pivot, right? Somehow. But as long as you don't have it vertical anymore, like you have it like this, and you move your mouse to the left, you would expect that this is rotating on the vertical axis, right? But it's not. He's still rotating on himself. And it is so annoying. That is so freaking annoying. How do we fix this? So basically, what I'm saying is that my item should rotate, should do word rotation instead of word rotation instead of local rotation. But I think I tried it already and it was looking weird. Let me try again. So at the moment, right here, we do local rotation, right? And we do it on the actor. Yeah, exactly. We can do word rotation. You can do word rotation, it's not a big deal. But I tried this already and it was, but I think I tried when we had the wrong pivot. And maybe now it is better actually. I don't know, let's see. Add word rotation. Add word rotation. We are a word rotation on the what? Because here we are doing the pitch. And here we are doing the Joe, right? So you see the item coming down to you, right? And then you rotate it this way, you see it coming down. I think it maybe this would be better, yeah. Potentially. Ah, I see one channel disconnected. What happened? What happened to YouTube, guys? Are we still on YouTube? I see an error on YouTube. No. I see an error on YouTube. Plane shift official. Plane shift official. No, it's okay. It's just that the chat is... Justin said something. Yeah, my chat is not connecting to YouTube. Hello, Justin. So my chat... Let me try to relaunch it. It looks like my chat is not connecting to YouTube. It's giving an error saying that it cannot connect. Anyway, hello, Justin. I'm doing good. We are making progress with this inspect item, which, I don't know, I think we can use it for different purposes. Actually, I started this inspect item because I wanted to see the items that we have in game, but I think that is kind of nice. Okay, now is ward rotation. Ward rotation. I think it's more intuitive, yes. It's just the opposite, so the up goes down, the down goes up, but I think it's kind of, yeah, it's more intuitive. Yeah, it's much better. It's much better. Wow, it's much better. I think I just need to have the down go up and the up go down, so these two directions are inverted. But apart from that, I think we are good. You see, now that we have better items, it's also nice to see them, right? It's also nice to see the item. Yeah, it's better. The other one feels very uncomfortable when you rotate. It feels pretty bad. It actually feels pretty bad. Okay, so I think that ward rotation is the one to go, is the one to use, I mean. So we will go ward rotation instead of local rotation. The only thing is that I would like to... The pitch, I would like to revert it, right? So it will be minus 3, right? Because I want it the opposite way. It seems also the light is fine, so I think we're pretty much there. You are fine enjoying the stream. Thank you, Justin. I opened it on another window, so I can see the chat now in a separate window just for YouTube. Okay, let me see if that is inverted. Okay, what else we want to do? So at the moment there are two things that are not supported. One are blueprints. So if you are inspecting a blueprint, at the moment you cannot, like a torch. So everything that is interactive, right? A torch, a campfire, you cannot inspect those items because they are not made only of a mesh, but they are made of a mesh plus particle effects, plus light, plus other stuff, and at the moment I don't have a way to, well, in theory I should just place the blueprint there and have it rotate, right? I mean, I think I can support it, but I think it's not very needed. At the moment we have very few blueprints. Item blueprints. There is only the torch and the campfire, right? Every other item is just a normal. It's just a normal. Yeah, I think it feels very good. The rotation now is okay. So I know what I'm doing, right? I know what I'm doing. When I'm moving my mouse, I know what is the direction I'm rotating to. And now, I don't know if we want to have, do we want to have the description of the item around it or no? Because we could, huh? We could have here on the left the description or something else. So I will need the same functionality. I give you a bit of a spoiler for the future. I would like to use this functionality for two more things. One is to inspect the items of another player, right? So like you meet a player and you look at him, and I think it would be nice if you could look at the item that he has, right? And now, unfortunately, we don't have this functionality at all at the moment, but we can add it. So we can have here another panel, I don't know, which is inventory, and obviously we will show only the items that are visible, right? Only the items that are actually equipped. But I think would be nice, right? There are certain items that do not have a real 3D model, like for example this one, right? This one does not have a 3D model, so the result is just this sack object. Which is a bit of a pity. Also the ring maybe doesn't have. Oh, the ring does have actually. Okay. Wow, this ring needs to be improved, huh? It's a very, very old model, super squared. Oh, we also have this, look at that. So one is to inspect another player inventory, which is nice. It's like if you're looking at it, you know, and like you find a helm. I don't know if I have a helm here. But or a shield, right? If I have a shield like that, yeah, exactly. So you can inspect the shield and look at it. These, by the way, are the new textures, as you can see. So they are much higher quality than the previous ones. I think it looks much better. Yeah, we have a bit of a normal map kicking in. When you go tangent, right, to the normal, yeah. I mean, this is also good because we can spot problems like you see here. That is a UV mapping problem, I guess. Yeah, I really like this functionality. I don't know what I will use it for exactly, right? But it's cool. I mean, we can use it for like we are doing it now. So just to inspect the actual item. And you cannot inspect containers at the moment. And you cannot inspect like the torch, right? The torch is not, it's not working. It is another very old item. So the other thing I would like to use it is to actually, and maybe we have enough space. Do we have enough space? Yeah, I think we do here on the left, right? We could have a menu because the idea was to have a kind of a three menu for the GMs to have the ability to look at the item just by clicking on it on a tree. So basically, here on the left, right, you could have a tree structure, right? You could have a tree structure with well, right, with, I don't know, weapons, right? Weapons, well, in this case it's not a weapon, but in this case is buildings, you know, and there is a small tent, right, large tent, right, and so on. So when you click on this guy, when you click on small tent, like we did now, right, you will see here the 3D model, right? And so I would like to be able to click, see, and then maybe also to be able to spawn it. Now, spawning it, yeah, and there can be a button somewhere here at the bottom, here, I don't know, here, like spawn, right? And it will spawn it in your inventory, which is fine. We just need the item ID. Now the old system was way more evoluted, so he had a lot of options. Like you could choose I don't know, the collision, the no collision, right? You could choose lockable, right? So you could choose a lot of stuff. So if it's a lock, and so on. There were a number of these checks, right, that you could have, and there were a number of these checks, and you could select them and then spawn the item, right? So that's pretty much was the idea. Now I would like to do something similar to this. I think the immediate need is more to have the 3 with the items so that we know what we have, because one of the problems is that we have a lot of items in the game and sometimes we don't know exactly what we have, right, and what we can spawn. And so imagine the Wadjet is doing an event and is thinking, okay, what items I can use, and it's not very simple, right, to know what is in the database. I mean, in theory, you can go to the web console and do it through the web console, but it's not the same because you don't see the visual results, right? You don't see the item. So I think I would like to do it this way. Now, to do that is not super simple because we need a 3. We have a 3 object already. That's not the problem, but we need to send this information, and that's actually a ton of information. So I don't think we can send it up front. I think we should send it on demand, and we have to cache it, right, so that you receive it only one time. And I think you should receive it also by category, right, so that if you are clicking on buildings, you get only buildings. If you click on, let's say that here there is weapons, right, you get only the content of the weapon, because that's quite some information to send, right? So we have to send the mesh, we have to send the texture, we have to send the ID, and potentially the description or something. I don't know if we want to send the description actually, but this will be an array of ID mesh, and I think the icon will also be cool to have, so that we could use it like as a check in the game to see if everything is an icon. Because imagine that I have this, right? I could go through all my items and check if they actually have a 3D model, right? Which is pretty much what I did here. Like I took this guy, I looked at it and I say, oh, this one does not have a 3D model, right? Which is actually pretty bad. So can I fix it? Maybe I can fix it, right? Or I look at this mushroom and say, oh, okay, that is the model for the mushroom, right? We have so many items. That's the thing, right? I don't know if the light now is too strong. This one should make no difference in theory. Yeah, it doesn't. The only two that are making a difference is this one and this one. And this one, does this one really make a difference or no? No, this one does not even make a difference. The only one that is made, so it means that we don't have direct light. The flash, yeah, the flash was the change between I don't know, I think it's a bit too much. I think a value between 0.5 and 0.8 seems to be good. I mean, if I go lower, maybe I'm starting to lose a bit of the quality of the item, but I think 1 is too much, boys. 1 is too much. Mainly now that we have the, yeah, now 1 is too much. Now, mainly now that we have also the other light. So we have two lights, two dynamic lights on top of this, right? And I think 1 is too much. I would try a 0.6 and see if people like it. A 0.6. Still, I think I would like to go night and see if that is changing, because they may be changing. I don't understand why the direct light is not making a difference, right? Maybe because in that part we are, I mean, the wall is like making a shadow on the item. Yeah, that's very possible. I think probably the direction of the light is going exactly opposite to that wall direction, and so the item is in complete shadow. Yeah, that's probably why. That is probably why we see it that way. Let me do one thing though. Let me go night. Okay, let's look at this shield, for example, right? Now we are at 0.6. Let's look at this shield and then let's go night. It is night. It is darker, no? I don't know. With the fact that we are just switching in and out, so probably it makes a difference if we are at night in the game or not. I mean, in theory it should, but again, now we are day. Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, I think is making a difference, yes. It's making a difference. If you are day or night, it makes a difference. I mean, it's not a huge difference, but it is anyway a difference because we get the majority of the light through the skylight. So that is why 0.6, I mean, this is why 1 looked like it was too much. But if you are at night, right, actually you get a different... But it's okay. I think it's okay. I think 0.6, I still like it. Like now, we are in the maximum light. Well, I can go... Yeah, but I think we are in maximum light. Yeah, we are in maximum light. Here we are in maximum light, and here we are in minimum light. It actually looks different, but I think it's fine. I think it's a good setup. I think I will keep 0.6. Okay. Good. So now I want to do... I think it's final. This thing is final. Can go in game. We're good with that. We have a metal ingot here. Oh wow, that light is really showing. So I want to have the item window. The item window. The item window. Holy moly. So basically the item window should start the inspect. So it's like if we are clicking on inspect, but it should start with 0 items, right? So it's like a start inspecting, with the difference that mesh and texture will be empty, right? Mesh and texture will be empty. So maybe we can add, we can add a new... We can add a Boolean value here, which is which is like is item window, which by default is false, right? So if item window is yes, if item window is yes, I think we will not do anything. No, we just change the skylight, right? We just change the skylight. And we hide all the open windows and we disable, yeah, we do all of this except the spawning of the item. Yeah, exactly. So if this is true, we go here. If this is true, we go here. So we can basically call the inspection window. Okay. Plus, we will have to add a new widget, right? And the widget will be actually a 3 menu similar to the crafting window, right? Similar to the crafting window. The crafting window. Now, because the crafting window actually has a 3 on the left. I think it's the only 3 that we are using. No, actually we are using a 3 also in the help structure. Crafting node. If I use the help window, help node, yeah, it's pretty much the same idea, right? Help node, crafting node, but each one should be a bit different because when you expand, are they really different? Yeah, I think they are, because when you expand, you do something. I think it's on the on click, right? Three item clicked. Yeah, because we may decide to have a different. Yeah, I think it's okay. The only problem I have. Do we have a screenshot of the old item window or not? Ay, 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 ay. Do we have a screenshot? Do we have? I don't. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. We don't have a screenshot of the old item window, guys. I don't know if Widget is here. I remember it somehow, but I wanted to see. I mean, I can launch it on the other machine and take a picture. But I don't even know where I would store it, right? I don't even know where I would store it. Because usually we store those pictures in the mission. So when we were changing a screen, right? In the specific Unreal mission, we had the picture. So I don't know, when I was doing like guild houses, right? Or guilds, maybe I had the picture. Yeah, like here, right? I had all the picture of the whole. No, I think I don't have the item one. Okay, let me go to the other PC 1 second, and I see if I can get a screenshot somehow. Okay, give me a second. I go to the other PC. I try to launch the old game and see if it still works, but I think it should. And I try to take a picture of it. Because I think it may be useful. Database is down. I need the database. I need the database up. Okay, the database is up. We don't need much. We just need the server to go up and. There it is. I got it. Okay, let me take a screenshot. Yeah, it's a pretty small screenshot, but anyway. I think it will do. It's good enough. start the server, I guess. Kind of incredible anyway how the old game still works. I mean, on that machine, I have it running. It still runs. I can still connect to the old game, boys. It's kind of funny. It is a bit small, but I think it's okay. It's what we need. So I will put it under, I don't know, under PS. I'm kind of back. I'm back. I'm back. I will put it under PS to the UI, and then I will create a new one that is called Legacy Screenshots or something like that. Legacy Screenshots. Okay, here it is. So this was the old GM spawn interface, which was basically allowing you to, as you can see, have on the left all the categories, and then when you were clicking on one, it was expanding with the items below, right? So yeah, and then when you were clicking on one of the leaf nodes, so basically I need to know if this is a category or if it's an item. If it's a category, it will ask the server for the list of items. If it's an item, it will just show it here. And then you see here all the, right, all the other stuff that you can, that we had, right? We had a pickupable, but I don't really know if I want this, because actually all of this, we have it in the GM edit window, right? So I think it's a bit of a waste, right, to redo it here. I think it is. So basically I want this part on the left, right? I want this part on the left to be on top of our, right? Kind of here, right? So that you just click on stuff and you see the 3D item. By the power of all the PS God, I ask your database to go up. Exactly. Start the database now or never. Start the database now. Okay, so that will not be super easy to do, but we need, but we can start. But that will help me also, you know, to fix all the ones that are missing and all of that. So the first thing I think we need a node. So we need to duplicate this guy, right? We need to duplicate this guy. And we need to put it under widgets. So we will duplicate it. And this will be called WD what? WD item spawn node. WD item list. Item or just WD item node. I mean, item is a bit generic, but anyway. WD item node. The thing that we want to know WD item node, right? Right. The thing that we need to know. Okay, is end item. Yeah, exactly. If it's an end item or not, right? We need to know if it's an end item. So it's pretty much the same, right? It's pretty much the same. So we want to know if it's an end item or is not an end item. Add the child node. Create WD item node. I don't know if this is really needed to be a separate object, or I could do it with the same, but I think probably in the setup, you know, there is stuff and we may want to change it. Like, yeah, like for example, the expand and collapse, right? So as soon as you click on one item, because if we click on an item that is not an end item, so I think that as soon as you type /item without any parameters like we did in the past, it will open up the window, right? So what I have to do, what happened? Send spawn types. Exactly. Item categories. Exactly. Send mess. Exactly. So get PID, unbox sides. No, we don't need this. So these GM spawn types, actually, we can delete it. We can delete it. Wait. I don't know if it's really an array of f strings, because we need I mean, the array is good. Like we need a list of categories, but each category needs to have an ID, because we want to, then when you click on it, right, we want to go by ID. We don't want to go by name, I would say, right? But it seems that here we don't have an ID and value. So I think it should be an array of a set, or an array of a T pair. Did we use T pair in the past? I think we used T pair for some stuff. Yeah, like this, for example. So T pair seems to be reliable, huh? Is it serializable? That is what I don't know. I hope it is. But yeah, it should be an array of a T pair. It should be an array of a T pair. So this guy can basically go away. Right? And this guy will be like this, right? and this will be the categories. This will be the categories, right? So, which at the beginning will be empty. Add the numbers of type. Item category number. I don't understand what he was doing here exactly. But get item category by ID. Item category size. Yeah, but this thing was because he was serializing the message, right? So it was a bit weird. Yeah, the only point is that he was sorting those by. You see that he's sorting them by name, so that they are actually sorted. I think we need them sorted. Yes, we need them sorted actually. We need them sorted. So if I do it with the T pair, it's not gonna do it, huh? Because I cannot sort. This. So I can sort. How do I do it? Because I need an ID associated to each category, but I need it sorted by name, and I need to keep the ID, right? I need to keep the ID connected to the name. So or I check it every time again, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad actually. Item category list, what is it? It's an array of category. Yeah, it's not sorted by default. It's not sorted. Ay. How do I sort an array of I need to create the sorting predicate. That's very annoying. Do I have a better way? Well, I mean, I can sort them first and then get their ID, right? But this means that I will have to get, because the sort is just sorting brutally. Because you see, we have used it already, right? And here is where you can define the predicate of the sort. So you're basically telling the array what is the what is the thing. So can I do it? Can I have my categories, right? And then I say, hey, sort this guy. And this guy is actually a T pair of F string, and then I say return where a dot value is less than b dot value. Do you think this thing works? I think it may actually work. I think it may actually work, boys. I think it will work actually. I think it will actually do it. I think it will actually do it. But here we need to do something different. So here we have to basically create a T-pair with right? Create a T-pair with category ID with category ID and category name, right? And this guy will go in our this guy will go in our category thingy, right? And so this one I don't need anymore, right? So this basically scans all existing item categories. So the categories sort the categories by name, and then this doesn't exist anymore. This doesn't exist anymore. This doesn't exist anymore. And so we just have to send this category out, right? So we need a new method on player controller. This player controller will become the biggest class ever existed in the universe. I mean, it's insane, I tell you. It contains all the events that we are sending client to server. Well, there are some that are also on character, but the majority are on this guy. It's okay. I don't think it's a big deal that it is big, but GM actions, right? GM actions. So here we will have a function that is implementable. So blueprint implementable whatever, right? And this will be called from /item, will be psgm, and we'll receive receive spawn item categories, right? And this one will have a const t-array of my t-pair of int and f-string. I cannot type. Which will be the list of categories, right? We don't have subcategories, so this is basically a flat list. We don't have child categories, right? So it's only one or the other. So it's only, I mean, it's a flat list, what I mean. I think this thing will have to be passed with the reference, I guess. Are we sending arrays? Yes, with the reference. Exactly. Exactly. So this is our It doesn't like T-pair. No. I vaguely remember something that T-pair was not supported for serialization. I don't know why, but I remember that vaguely, and I remember that vaguely. I mean, we can create a new shit. We can under messages. I mean, we basically need just a key value. I mean, it's not that we need anything very special, right? We need a value and a name. Yeah, exactly. Like this. Exactly like this. Yeah, yeah. Can we just reuse this in GG? Type f pair string int. Yeah, let's use this. It's just a class. I mean, it's not. I think I did it because tpair is not serializable for whatever insane reason. I have no idea why. It is just weird, but it's the way it is. So here the only difference is that is the opposite, right? So we have name and value instead of value and name, but that's fine. Just that the ID is the second one instead of being the first one. It's fine. I don't know if we are already defining on this one. Do we already have a greater than operator? No, we don't. I mean, it's better like this, so I can define it here. So if a dot name is less than b dot name, right? This will be sortable. Okay, fantastic. So we have our method that we can use. So we will send this receive blah 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 to the requesting client. Right, so we will do client get PS controller, and we will send our receive spawn item categories with the categories in, and pretty much that's it. So this is going to send the categories. I don't think we have to cache the categories because anyway the list is fairly small, and I mean we can, but I don't think it's a big deal. I'm more concerned in caching the actual items because the items are really a lot, right? So I mean it can be thousands. So I mean in one category no, but overall, right? So in one category can be, I guess, maximum 100 or so. Yeah. Okay. So we have this. Now that we have this, which is good, I have to recompile it. Crafting window we didn't touch. Huh? Oh wow. What the fuck? I didn't change any of this. Okay, so we recompile. We recompile, my boys! What about leaving a follow, guys, just to show your appreciation for the work that I'm doing? Huh? What about leaving a small follow? While you are here. Do. So we will then need other functions, right? Because here we have send spawn types, which actually should be called send spawn categories. I think send spawn types is a bit of a weird name, actually. Okay, we did it. Yeah, I think it should be called spawn categories, not spawn types. I mean, types doesn't make any sense. And then we have this one, which is the next function, right? That is called, that is actually going to send the items contained in one category, right? Which is basically the type. So I think the only element that we have here is type, right? Yes. The only one that we have is type. So we can also delete this guy. I think we don't need it anymore. But he has an item struct inside with name, mesh, and icon. You see? It doesn't have the texture. That's very strange. Array items. I think we should have in messages. We should already have. Yeah, it's probably like this guy, right? But I don't know if I want to send all of this because it's really a bit too much. I only need the texture, the mesh, and the icon. I don't need anything else. So I think we can create a new struct. Let me see, unless we have one that is close enough. Structure. No, we don't have. Mesh. No, we have it only on this one. But yeah, so I think I can create a new structure, right? Because we will need it. The structure is maybe we can even substitute the other one, but the structure is f spawn item, assuming that it doesn't exist already. What I need the item ID. I need the item name, potentially. Well, not the item name for sure. I was thinking the description. I need the mesh. I need the texture, and I would also have the icon. The mesh, the texture, and the icon. I don't think I need anything else. I don't think I need anything else. So now... So now... name mesh texture and icon. Name. Okay. Scary music. Kind of scary music, boys. Okay, so... So now... Ah, wait a second. FGS spawn item. FGS spawn. Ah, no, but this is different. It is well, it's actually the one that is used in the spawn. Yeah, so it's similar. It's very, 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 very similar. Because there is one that is used to create the item actually, but okay, we will take care of that later at the moment. But yeah, it's similar to what we are doing, but on the other direction, so from the client to the server. Okay, we have our F spawn item. I go back to where I was. No. Here. Send spawn items. So this should get what? This should get only the category ID, I would say, right? It's the only thing that we need. I think there is nothing else needed. Well, and the client obviously asking, but we only need a category ID, which is what we call the type here, right? Get item category by name. No, I don't think so. We get it by ID. Okay, so we get our category, right? So let's say find the requested category, right? That's what we are doing. Here is like check access to item command, right? So we have to be sure that this guy is actually capable of doing that. What is these items used? Like down here. Oh my god. Database hit. What the fuck? We are hitting the database. No, I don't want to hit the database. No. I don't want to hit the database. No. Why? Why we do this? I really don't want to hit the database. We should always avoid hitting the database at runtime, right? We can hit it at server startup, but not at runtime. Why saying database hit justification? It is a rare event. What do you mean a rare event? Is a rare event? It is quicker than us doing a sort. I mean, we can prepare the categories up front. Anyway, if we cache it on the client, right? So it is happening only once. Then I'm thinking kind of fine, right? But it must happen only once. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that do we really list everything, including the crafting stuff? Because bro, the crafting stuff is like 1,000,000 items. I mean, I don't really know if I want to query everything, including the crafting stuff. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. I mean, if we cache it client-side and we do it only once, I think I'm fine hitting the database. I think I'm fine. But only if we cache it, so it's done once, right? For that particular category. Also because we are sending a lot of data, and that's... So what do we do here? Cache manager, get command manager, validate, get security level, okay. What is this spawn all used? So basically here is for each item is preparing the array to send, right? And is which is our F spawn item, right? Is an array of F spawn item pretty much, right? Why saying PS item stats? Add the numbers of types. What the fuck? Don't understand what this guy's doing. think this is very convoluted, right? So we do a query on the database, but then we don't even read the properties that we need. We go back again to the item stats to see if the item is loaded, and then we I don't know, it seems a bit convoluted to me, but uh-oh. Uh-oh. We broke it. The IDE froze. The IDE froze, boys. It's the first time that it happens to me. That is actually crashing like this. Do you think it will crash or do you think it will recover? Cannot recover actually. So bro, there must be ID. Okay, ID. Because I called it the same. Fuck. Okay, sorry. Name mesh. Okay. Okay. So for each item we collect the stuff, we exclude money, we do some reasoning here if it's spawnable, not spawnable, whatever, and we send the list, right? I think we should filter this list a bit more because at the moment is sending basically every possible item, including all the crafting items, which are really dozens, if not hundreds, and I don't know if we really want that on the client. But anyway, I think that for now is okay. And then we are sending, and then here we are basically creating the GM spawn item, which at this point I can completely delete from here because we are doing it differently, and so the guy will disappear. And here we just need yeah, the only problem is that I need to know for which category, right? We are sending it, but I think it's fine. So in our player controller we will have another function like this. When a user clicks sends all the items contained, right? So this will be receive spawn items, receive spawn items, and he will have a T array of our new f spawn item, and this will be the spawn items, right? Yeah, so this will be the thingy. So we need here to go basically client get PS controller and then receive spawn items where I think we can also add the category, because I think we need to know for which category we are actually, right? Yeah. Yeah. I think so. So the category is this. So we go category ID, and then we have our items to send, right? We don't need any of this shit, which was done in the past because we had our own cannot resolve items to send. Okay, because it's actually items. Sending items category for the category for the category get name or something. No. What? Category name to client. Okay, fine. So that is basically sending it to the client, right? This is what it's doing. Right. Okay. Okay, this is good. Send spawn items. Yeah, it's possible it doesn't have the same signature. I cannot type category, I don't know why. Okay. Okay. This is nice. Okay, let's try to recompile like this. So we have two new functions, right? One is capable of sending all the categories of our items, and the second one is capable of sending all the items included in that category, right? And we have a structure that is blueprint enabled, so we can read it from the blueprint. It's compiling. Still compiling. Okay. Compiler error, not enough memory. False, but fine. Again? Okay, it did it. It took a bit, but at the end it did it. So we can now launch the editor, I would say, right? Well, we don't have the receive messages. We don't have the... So these are the messages going out, right? These are the messages going out. Let me think about it 1 second, right? So that is the receive, but we don't have the request, right? So we need the request is actually coming through the slash item. So the first one I think is okay, but I think we are missing the second one, which is the category request, right? Yeah, let me check that a second. So who's calling this? Who's calling this? No one. It's impossible. Yeah, I think it was a different message type. GM spawn item. So yeah, it was probably direct call based on a message. It's fine. It's fine. No, we need to create one. So we need to create one blueprint callable function. We need to create one blueprint callable function that is actually calling honestly, the one is doing that. Client requests the list of items inside a category, right? So this will be a request spawn items, right? And it will have only one parameter, which is our category ID, right? Yes, and this one will be pretty much like this, right? And we'll call our thingy, and we'll call our admin manager send spawn items, right? Send spawn. Why not? Huh? What? You crazy? Why? Huh? Is it private or what? Cannot be private. Is protected? I mean, why is protected? Because he's supposedly coming from. That's so annoying. Because he was supposedly coming from. Yeah, but I personally, I mean, I don't really care. I mean, it's fine. I need to call this thing. Holy shit. All this is protected? Because they're all coming from commands, huh? No, I understand the why, but I mean, creating another function as a wrapper just because I don't think is a great idea. I mean, we could, but I think it's fine. Send spawn items is taking what? Category ID, and which is our category ID. And oops, stuck again. I don't know what is going on, but sometimes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It froze again. Will it survive or will it crash? It seems it survived. Okay, can I have category ID there, please? And can I have my client, which is my pawn? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this one will be used to actually call the function from the client to the server, okay? To request the list of items inside a category. I think I need someone. I don't know if any one of you is a good UI designer, but I think we need to basically revamp completely our UI. I think the UI in the game is pretty bad. I mean, the colors are too dark. Everything is too cramped. I mean, it's. I think it would be good if any one of you is a good UI designer and want to help, that you just take a look at what we have in the game and just suggest how to change it, because at the moment it's really so. I'm reading some news meanwhile, waiting for the compilation. Compiling, boys, compiling. Okay, so now we have both methods, the one going in and going out, so we should be in good shape. Guys, you are very quiet, huh? You are very, very quiet. But if you have any questions, or you want to, I don't know, tell me what you do with Unreal Engine, what games you're playing, whatever. I mean, just speak up. Just speak up. We can chat about stuff. Why not? Okay, so we have... So now we have those methods, right? And so when I send a /item, I will receive on the controller, where I hope I have a game master. Yeah, I have a GM window. I think we can use this GM window as the same. Right. I will receive. What I will receive? I will receive. I will receive this, right? Receive spawn item categories. Yes, exactly. I will receive this. I will receive this. Okay. So this is the server, right? It sends us the item categories. Now, if we want, we could also cache this, but I don't think this is a very big list. So I think it's very reasonable. So at the end, I think I can, call it every time. But in theory, we could cache it, right? And then the next time you do /item, we just don't, right? We just don't ask it again. So it is potentially cacheable, yes. Now we need to create a new method, as usual, on the client, which is called pretty much the same. So it's the receive spawn item categories on client, right? And this one is replicated on owning client and reliable, and it will have a new parameter, which is our categories. That is exactly the same thing. So it's a pair of string and int, right? pair of string and int. Okay, and is an array. Yep. And this one we call that with this. Now, I think here I can put a comment saying we could cache this, right? I think we could. Now, it's not my first priority at the moment, but I think we could cache it if we want, so that it is not sent over and over. But also because it's very, very unlikely, nearly impossible, that the server categories are changing at runtime. I mean, during a session, right? So they will not change. But anyway, so when we receive this, and here we are on the client, right? I think we need a new window, which is our item spawn or item inspect window. So where do I create it? Is this a managed window or is it a completely new window? Well, it is a full screen window. It is a full screen. Yeah, it is a full screen window for sure. So it's similar to the minigame window. With the minigame, let me check if with the minigame window we actually added it to, because this is very likely a window that is never going to be called. I mean, it is very rarely going to be called. So I don't think I want to load this window always, right? And just, you know, so I think we can avoid loading it continuously. It bothers me a bit that we go outside here, but anyway. Here's Diablo music. Huh? So do we want? Let me see if we do container, right? Container, W container. I mean, if we can avoid loading it all the time, I would probably prefer actually, but because you see how many windows we have already. I mean, it's like a million. Yeah, actually the minigame window is here. But I don't know. No, I think I will not. I think I will not. Because the window manager is good if you have to move the window around the screen, if you have to save its position, and if you want to resize it, and if you want to close it in a special, I mean, with the X at the top right? But all of that I don't need. It is a full screen window. We can have just a close button at the bottom, and I don't think I need it. I need to load it at startup every time, right? I think is a bit useless, really, to do that. So I think we will just. I mean, we need a UI pointer for sure. So we will still have a win. I think it should be the same with create dungeon actually, but I think create dungeon is actually a full window, while this one is just a. So it is win spawn items. Right, it is win spawn items. Now, win spawn items, we don't have it yet. So we have to create it. So to avoid going crazy, I think we can copy it from, for example, the help, right? The help window. Because it's very similar. On the left, we have the tree. So I think we can start from this one, and so we at least we have the structure already in place. No, let me think. Well, we will have to delete a lot from here. Is it better to copy from the crafting window? It's pretty much the same. Vertical box container. Yeah, maybe we can copy it from here. I mean, they're all very different actually. So, but just to save time and not reinventing the wheel, I think we can just copy it from here and just say win spawn items. So I just copied the wall thing and I don't know if you want to have a search. I think a search would be fantastic. We want to have a search. I think, yeah. I think we want to have a search, yeah. The problem is that you will be able to search only for the categories that you already expanded, but yeah, but I think we can keep the search. Let's keep it at the top and see what happens. The expand selected is completely useless because when you click, it will expand, right? So expand selected, we can delete. All this part should be deleted. So all this vertical box is GG. I think we don't want a background, right? I think we don't want a background, so this thing will be transparent. And the other thing is that this should be full screen, right? This should be full screen. So it basically needs to be an overlay. Because if I do it with a grid panel, the grid panel is not filling the whole screen, right? So it's asking me for a I don't remember that exactly. You may say, hey, you did a 1 million windows, why you don't remember? I don't know. But like the NPC, yeah, exactly, is an overlay, right? Because this overlay is in theory going full screen, which is screen size fill screen. If I say screen size fill screen on this, do you think it works? Yeah, maybe it works actually. Maybe I can do it like that. Maybe I can. The only thing that I need at the bottom a closed window, right? I need a close button, or we put it here at the top right. Yeah, we can also do it maybe. Search. Or we can put a button at the bottom. I don't know. To do it at the bottom, where I do it, it's not my vertical thingy. It's inside a grid panel, right? So I will have a button like this. That is actually my grid panel. And see, we have two columns. Exactly. So something like this, right? We have a close button at the bottom. Hello, all P. Sorry, but I don't have the YouTube. For whatever reason, the YouTube chat is broken for me, and so I have to look at it in another screen, and I didn't see you. But hello, all P. Just started to make it. Are you still there, by the way, all P? Just say yes or no, so I can, I know if you are here. Because maybe you sent that message a long time ago. I don't know. It's very possible. So I just started making a single-player medieval RPG game, and I have a question. Should I learn C++? I try C++, but I don't know how to use a pointer, which function I need it. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you are still here, all P, and if you are, I will answer. Unfortunately, my chat on YouTube is a bit broken. But I hope I can see your message if you say yes or no. I don't know how long ago you sent it. I have no idea. Sorry for that, but the chat is broken today. Okay, so here we need to basically have the 3, right? So this is our new Windows spawn item. Obviously, at the moment it will not compile, it will not do anything because it's the beginning of the beginning. But we have the spawn item window, right? So we will have to get this, and we will have to check if this is valid. If it's valid, everything is good, and we just call a function there. If it's not valid, we are going to create it, right? We're going to create a new window, which is win spawn items, and we are going to add it to the viewport as well. And I don't know if you really want to. I think we can just go and say start inspecting or no. No, I think we can. Yeah, I think we can. I think we can go add viewport. Now, you know what is the only problem now is the right click, right? Because the right click is going to stop the inspecting window. Ay. Okay, I will have to take care of that. I will have to take care of that. But okay, there needs to be a setup, right? I think we already have a setup. Is when we were receiving the... Exactly, we have the setup. Now this setup, use for cache, yeah, you see. Nodes. Nodes. Okay, so this one we will rename it as categories, and this will be spawn item. Did we call it spawn? What? Did we call it spawn item? No, we didn't. Huh? Wait, forgot. I completely forgot. How did we call this thing? Receive spawn item categories, right? Is receiving this thing. F pair string. Okay, F string. Okay. Pair string int. Yep. Okay, so this is the setup. And we also we only have that, or we also no, we only have that, so there's nothing else. So the setup is very simple. Maybe we can call it setup categories, right? I think I can remove everything else, and this will do what? Vertical box container, clear children, text description, book name. Text result, button prepare. Yeah, all of this can go away. Yeah, basically, yeah, we have to clear all the children of the vertical box for sure. And then what? Then we need to do pretty much, I mean, part of this. It's not all of this, but it's part of this. Right? Because we will have to do a for each loop. Yeah, I think so. We will have to do a for each loop of this categories thingy. And let me see if you answered all P. Maybe you went away. I think you went away. Okay. Well, if you are back, I can. When you are back, I can answer you. But if I answer now, you are not here. It's a bit pointless, right? So I don't think I need this. So okay. So here we will create a new spawn item node. How did we call it? Item node? I think we called it just item node. Yeah, item node. So we create a new item node, and the item node will have its own setup, right? Yeah, which at the moment unfortunately is all fucked up. It is fine. So we need so in the setup scroll box, what were we doing here? Scroll box. How do we use this scroll box? It will take a bit to do this thing, guys. It will take a bit. It's not immediate. Takes a bit of time. It takes a bit of time. Item name, content. Now, the content. What did we say? So for the category is only that. For the actual item, right? We have. So this will be a spawn item. This one, yes, is a spawn item, right? Is a spawn item thingy. And the spawn item thingy, is it going to spawn? I think it is, right? But it's not doing the work inside the node. I think it's doing the work outside. Okay, fine. Yeah, we have to redo pretty much everything here. We have to redo pretty much everything, guys. T-pair string ID. We have to redo pretty much all. I don't know if this should be spawn item or should be spawn items. But we will see, like, are we really sending the array of all the objects there so that you can spawn everything or not? Good question. Okay, so we send the carrier. So if it's valid, right? If it's valid, we just call this. Wait. So I have to do this before. Okay, fine. It's a bit annoying though, but okay. Because I wanted to do the add to the viewport when the setup is done, but fine. I think it's okay. Right? So so when we receive the categories, right, we spawn we create one item node for each of the category received. We actually do the setup, then we add the new item here, right? We add the new item to the vertical box, and then we bind, exactly, then we bind, but I think I have to type it again because it's a new event. Bind event 3 item clicked. Bind 3 item clicked, and then bind mouse wheel. Okay. Bind mouse. We don't have this one. We don't have a mouse wheel event. No, we don't have it. Why we don't have it? Because our item node is not as the crafting node. On mouse wheel. So we didn't add that. I mean, I can copy it. I don't know if it will work. Nah. How do I copy this? Is this an override or is it? No, it's not an override. It's just yeah, it is an override for sure. Wait a second. It means that we have another dispatcher then. Okay, we have another dispatcher. We have 2 dispatcher in the... We have 2 dispatcher. Geometry and mouse event. Interesting. Copy signature from. Cool. But no. What? Sorry, why this is not... because it doesn't give it to you automatically, yeah? Okay, fine. Geometry, mouse event. Geometry. Mouse event. Pointer event. Okay. I don't know why sometimes you click and it's not selecting it. It's kind of weird. I don't know exactly what we do with this, but it's fine. It wasn't this one, and so we can use it. We can use it here as well. Now, so now we can bind to mouse wheel as well, right? Okay, so it's the same as we have there. Fine. So now this one can go. Wait, this one can go here. Ah. Okay, we have to redo it. You can call it category clicked. I mean, I don't know if it's category for real, but why is help node? Yeah, wait a second. There is a bit of a mess here. Here there is a bit of a mess. Okay, it's actually item node. Okay, nice. Highlight new crafting node. Highlight new item node. And there is new item node. Yeah. And there is item WD item node. Okay. Okay. Highlight is in... No, wait. No. It's all fucked. If it's valid, what? So it's the same function called twice. One if it's valid and one if it's not valid. So if it's not valid, okay, I see. If the current crafting node is valid, wait, current crafting node must be the current item node, and it should be an item node. Okay. Yup. Yeah, rebuilding a window with the 3 view and everything is not... It's not very simple, actually. But yeah, I think we can do it. Oh my god. Why? Okay, so if that is the, yeah. Yeah. So we basically turn off the current node and we turn on the new node, right? So that's pretty much what we do there. Okay. Now pa-para, pa-para. Child mouse wheel. I don't understand completely what we are doing here because I don't remember, but fine. Let me test that. I'm thinking maybe I can stream tonight as well. I don't know, I'm thinking, but it's a possibility. Is this an empty array or is it an array with one element? I don't want an array with one element, I want an empty array. Okay, like this. Exactly like that. I don't know why we need this content actually, but anyway. So this will set the node that I'm clicked as the current node. We'll do the highlight. In theory, here we add a kind of a text, you know, but we don't have this, we don't have this, we don't have this. So the only thing that we want because we have the category, right? Right? Check state expand. So if he's an end item, this okay, we cannot expand it anymore. Okay, fine. If he's not an end item, we set the text name. Yeah. True. To be this, right? Okay, so this is clean now. Now these items here, we will have to think about it a second because these are the items below our current category. I think this is still not compiling, huh? Still not compiling because what? Add the child node. I see. Is the child node always an item? Yeah, it's always an item. So is it always an ID? But in theory, when you do add child node, so add child node cannot have content, right? That is what we are saying. But add child node should have an item spawn node. What a spawn? What? How do we call it? Spawn item. A spawn item structure, right? Because it is the structure. It is the structure that we have in the spawn item. So whenever we call this, whenever we call add child, what? Setup crafting panel. No, but wait a second. Add child node. Add child to grid. I'm lost. I'm completely lost. Didn't we say why? Because my item node is copied from another guy. Yeah, but who the hell is calling this? Huh? There was a create recursive too, which was actually taking the array. No, but I think this is simpler for us. I think it is simpler for us because it's not recursive really. We only have father and child, so it's fairly easy, right? We don't have to overdo it. So when you click on one category, right? We will have to request wait a second. It's simpler than this. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. The only thing that we need to ask to the server to send us the items that are below that category, right? And we have the function because we just built it. So is request spawn items by category ID, right? So this is the one that we need to call, right? And we need to call it server side, right? So we need in our plane shift player controller here, we need to have a new method. Boom, new event that is request spawn items on PC. and this one is replicated, run on server, and reliable, right? And this one needs only the category ID. We don't need anything else, right? Which is just a very simple integer, not array. And this one we go right, so we ask the server for the items contained in this category, right? And so this one will call the request spawn items with a category ID, right? So that's as simple as that. Fine. So this happens here. Assuming that I don't have it cached yet, right? But that is another reasoning that we have to do. That's another reasoning we have to do. So here we will get the player controller. And we will call request spawn items on PC, right? With the category being my no, the item to be clicked when it's clicked, right, needs to have two things. Needs to have the spawn item structure and the category. That is what it needs to have. It needs to have the spawn item structure and the category. So category, which is our spawn item structure. The first time you click it is not taking it. I don't know why. Single, and then we need the content, which is a spawn item structure. No way. No. The pair string int structure. Pair int string structure. Yeah. And this one is the spawn item category array. Well, which actually which actually no, because no, I think we just put the boolean. I think we just put the boolean. Here I was passing the wall help node. That's also a way. But I don't think that's... I don't know. I will have to think about it a bit. So here we have the setup for the item node. Right, and so here we will not have to call, because I think we have to change this one. This one is setup category, right? And then we need to have another setup. I mean, in theory we can call the same, just with this instead of that. No, it's a bit of a mess. No, I don't like it. It's messy. It's messy. It's messy. It's messy. Let's do another one that is called setup spawn item, right? Setup spawn item. So we call it once for each. And so spawn item, I think is very simple. It will only have this spawn item thingy, right? Spawn item. So we have a spawn item structure, right? Yeah, exactly. And this one we will see what to do. At the moment, I don't know yet because we are still at the previous step, but this we'll have to call setup spawn item, right? And setup spawn item will take this and so we don't even need this is end item, right? It's kind of useless. Okay, and this will set up the spawn item, which actually becomes a variable. Yeah, becomes a variable for sure. For sure. Okay, so it's adding the child to the grid. It's doing that. Okay, so this is now okay. Now here we still have a complete mess because current item node, WD node. We needed a current item to know which one is the current. GG. Okay. Fuck. Oh, fuck it. So I need a... Yeah, we need to know... okay, fine. Fine. I think we have it in the mouse wheel. No, we don't have it as well. Yeah, we actually had this before, but I didn't realize what it was used for. Actually, is used for the highlight, pretty much. Okay, request spawn item on PC. Request spawn item on PC. And at this point, the category ID is this value, okay? Okay, so I think we made progress here. And this means that the click, at least it will work. Now, the mouse wheel, I have no idea. We will do it later. I don't care about the mouse wheel. Let me see this one. This one does not exist anymore. This one does not exist anymore. This one, receive crafting check result. No, all of this does not exist in this window, so you can delete it all, pretty much. And this stuff, prepare does not exist. The search panel, the search panel we will see, because maybe, the search panel I think we need it. I mean, it would be nice to have the search panel working also on this window, why not? Fully expands one node, I think it is also useless. Okay. We still have some errors. Crafting 3 self. Win crafting 3 target. No, this is not needed as well. Okay. There are still issues? Hold on. Setup crafting panel. We can delete the function. This is the search panel. The search panel, yeah, I would like to have it work. Item clicked. Item clicked. Meaning this. Meaning this, I guess. Crafting node? No. What do you mean crafting node? No, all the direct are fucked. Okay. Yeah, we have a bit of work to do here. No. No. Fuck. Yeah, because the type changed and so... Huh? Yeah, you basically have to redo everything when you change a type. Anyway, I mean the search is not the most important. Was connected to false, huh? The search is not the most important piece, so it's fine. Uh-oh, where was that going? I will have to probably copy it again from the previous because now I'm getting confused of what is what, but fine. Recurse 3 node down. Oh my god. Jesus, this will have to be redone. Okay, I don't want to do it now. Let's just leave it without inputs and fine. Here all the types are different. I have to change it all. I cannot do it now. Cannot do it now. We cannot do it. now. Item clicked. Oh, fuck. Okay, I have to do it. There are too many instances and it's just a pain and not to do it, so not doing it is more of a pain than doing it. So I think it's GG. Grid panel, what? Grid panel for child, what the hell is that? Stuff that I don't understand. Yeah, we have to do it because there are too many changes. If I don't do it, I will anyway forget and GG. And it's anyway GG. So let's do it. Even if it's a bit annoying. But let's do it. Item clicked. I mean, this will have to be retested completely because I'm doing so many changes there. But what? This time. Oh, okay. Well, if I can do it from here, then I prefer, yes. Recurse 3 up. No! There is also Recurse 3 up, boys. No! Can I just disconnect it and GG, please? Thank you. Okay, so this compiles and this compiles, right? Okay, so in theory, what may happen, I'm not sure what will happen, but what may happen is that we will receive from the server the list of, when I do /item, right? I receive that. I open my so I go here, I create the widget, I add it to the viewport, I set up the categories, which is basically reading each one of them and creating the widget and doing the bindings. Okay, all of that. Then, yeah, and it is a bit of the tricky part because I can ask, right, my PS character to start inspecting, but, and I can do that. Get PS character. Okay. Like there will be the mess if you are inspecting an item on a mount, while on a mount, because we have the old issue, you know, of the mount being a possessed to another pawn and the pawn being different. So That still remains, I think, a kind of an issue. But fine. So if I do start inspecting, right, and I say that is the item window, which is a flag that I added, it will completely ignore the mesh and the texture. And it will just open up the window. The problem is that when I right click, I will automatically exit from the window, which is a bit weird, but so let's say that if I right click or if I click on close, right? If I click on the close button, it's too late, I need to go, no. No. Or if I click on the close button, right, I will have to get the... I don't have the reference here, right? No, I don't have the reference, absolutely not. So I will have to get my player controller, right? And from the player controller, I will have to get my from the player controller, I will have to get my pawn, and from the pawn, I will have to cast it to plane shift, no? PS character BP, yeah. And here I will have to call stop inspecting, right? So yeah, exactly. Okay guys, I need to go, but if we close the window, call close inspect, so that we go back to the normal thing, right? I don't know if I will be streaming after dinner, but let's say there is a 20% chance. There is a 20% chance that we'll be streaming again after dinner. I want to continue this. Potentially finish it if I can. So we may have a session 2 tonight. I don't know. I will let you know. Is in about 1 hour from now, roughly 1 hour from now. I think I want to continue with this because I'm too much in the middle of it, and if I don't keep pushing, I will have to restart and my whole brain will disconnect, right? So I need to, yeah, maybe. Okay guys, for now I will say bye bye and thank you for watching. I will see you or later tonight in 1 hour from now, or tomorrow evening 9:30 p.m. European time. Yeah, I cannot finish in 2 minutes, but maybe later I will be connected again. I don't know. Just check the channel. And goodbye.